I'm Steph Strickland with GeekWire Studios here at NVIDIA GTC 2026. I want to introduce you right now to Laurelle Roseman, the VP of Global Partnerships at Nebius. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you as well. You're very popular. I see lots of handshakes, discussions, hugs. This is really an opportunity for you to have a chance to speak with your partners and your business colleagues on such a fabulous stage. I want to talk a little bit about Nebius providing customers with the infrastructure, not only through the console and the API, but also through these partners that you're here speaking with today. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so platforms these days are like a social network, right? They only work if you surround yourself with the ecosystem around it, because hardware alone won't win. And you really need to lean on the partners that are building the platforms and the services and the software on top. So partnerships are a really core, essential part of how we're going to succeed in the space. Customers today are not just looking for infrastructure. A lot of customers in enterprise don't know what to do with just the infrastructure. They want solutions, they want business use cases, they want ROI if they're investing heavily in AI, because it's a very expensive investment. So they look to Nebius to say, I'm in healthcare and life science, I am in retail and e-commerce. What solutions and use cases can you help me drive to the business? And we have to rely on our ecosystem of partners to help us craft that solution and that story. And if we help drive our customers, help drive our partners, and bring forward a solution to the market, that's how you win with the partner ecosystem, which is why I'm so proud to be in charge of the partnerships at Nebius.
It's always interesting to me to work in such a high-tech field, yet it does come down to relationships and people at the end of the day. Let's talk about the ISV market and what changes you have seen and how it pertains to how you are approaching your work.
Yeah, so ISVs have traditionally, used the hyperscalers for their business within their marketplaces, as we all know. And the hyperscalers were built for legacy IT workloads and cloud compute. AI today is completely shifting the industry, as you hear Jensen speak on the keynote. And the thing that Nebius is really winning in the market is that we are a purpose-built cloud for AI. So performance matters, the architecture matters, the latency matters, the price performance matters. And when you look at our ISV software vendors, they're trying to revolutionize what their software to their customers are looking like. And they're trying to bundle their software on top of an AI purpose cloud, and Nebius is that landing zone for them. So it's not necessarily us just delivering a software and us delivering an infrastructure. The software and infrastructure today are building together to then go to market.
We have talked about the sort of qualities that you identify in technology partners, but I really want to know what the key is to finding these strong partners, especially with the rapid growth that Nebius is seeing right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of partners out there who can tell you a good story, but I value my partnerships with 3 different pillars. First and foremost, customers. You don't win in this business if you don't build for your customers. Are the customers asking for the solution? Are we solving a challenge for them? What is the greater goal together? Because you can go and create a partnership integration and do a beautiful press release headline and then does not bring revenue. We're publicly traded, the market's moving fast, it's all about our customers. The second is technology, and are you having the technology and technical people internally within your partner company to actually help support the integration? Because the industry is moving so fast that if you don't have the technical wits about it, you can't do a proper integration on the infrastructure layer. And third, it's scale. We're trying to grow. The industry is moving fast. So can you scale and grow with the partners who match your speed and level of execution and do it right?
You mentioned briefly at the beginning revenue, which is oftentimes considered a benchmark of success. But I'd like to talk to you about how you define success beyond that.
Look, we're all driving towards revenue, and you can put revenue out, but then what are the long-lasting goals? So I always tell my team, yes, it's about the revenue, it's about closing business deals, but what is the lasting impact of when you create a partnership? Are you seeing it move forward in the ecosystem? Are customers using your platform? Are you actually helping them extend their business? Is the motion and momentum happening without you being in the room? And are your partners talking about Nebius and presenting and selling on behalf of the value that you bring? That is gold, and that is a success beyond just the revenue. The revenue will come if you do it right.
I'm always interested in people's origin stories, and for you, you came from a marketing background, and I'm curious how that informs the work that you're doing here.
Yeah, so I studied a Bachelor's of Science in Corporate Communications at the University of Texas. I minored in business. I have jobs in marketing, digital advertising, infrastructure today, and I think my diverse background has shaped how I view about partnerships, because it's really, how do you tell the story? How do you tell the value? How do you bring it together to then bring it to market that actually makes sense and holds and brings in more business? And partnerships is relationships. It's knowing how to work people and listen to them, and then do the business in the way that they want, that's good for them, not just from your viewpoint. So marketing and infrastructure and partnership kind of all blends.
The mentors I've talked to have talked at length about listening first as a way to really accelerate growth, and particularly in this high-tech, high-stakes space. I want to talk about the team that you're building. Nebius obviously undergoing tremendous growth. What are your benchmarks when you're selecting people to work on your team?
Yeah. So the major thing that makes Nebius special beyond our history are the leaders, are the executives. They bring people who they view as very talented, and they let them lead, and they let them create their own path, go explore, build, and if you fail, fail fast. And I really try to bring people on my team who are hungry, who are intelligent, who think out the box, and who are not afraid to work across different teams, whether that's the technical team, the product team, the engineering, marketing, because partnership spans everything. And I really try to guide my team, but I want them to lead. I'm hiring them to help me shape my team. And if you try and micromanage your team, you won't get the results that you want. And the success that I'm having is purely because of my team, and I take the route of our Nebius leaders.
Let me ask you finally, what excites you most in the space right now?
Oh my gosh, what doesn't excite me about this space? If you want to succeed in the space, you've got to believe that the company that you work for can deliver. A lot of people can buy GPUs, put them in a data center, rack and stack them, turn the power on, but then what? And you really have to work for a company like Nebius that has the product and the engineering, phenomenal skill set to actually get you implemented into production and then help you scale to grow your business. Otherwise, your lights will be off and there won't be any power on.
Laurelle, thank you so much for your time today.
It's wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm Steph Strickland. You're watching GeekWire Studios.